Hey guys, and welcome to Swami Studios. I am your host, Moonlight Swami, and today I'm bringing you guys the Gibson My Player series as Gibson hits his first home run of the season, actually. Really good start for him. Told you he was going to be on a hot streak. And, well, I thought, I didn't really have a topic for today because I'm just so exhausted after coming back from PAX, but I would like to say that a lot of people have been asking me about my injury and all that stuff and how I got into YouTube. So, I'll tell you how I got into YouTube. This is basically Josh Gibson, My Player, Episode 11, me. Okay, let's get into it. So, for those of you who do know me, I'm Andre. That's who I am. I'm 6'3", 165 pounds, junior in high school, love sports with all my heart, and I've been watching it since I was 3 years old. Started watching baseball. My first cognitive memory of sports was watching the Mets versus Braves in my grandparents' den, in my little old rocking chair. After that, I remember watching the World Series, Mets versus Yankees. And that was a phenomenal World Series. My grandma actually made me a Met fan from there. Said that Roger Clemens was insane, that I couldn't support the Yankees, and now she's a diehard Yankee fan, and she doesn't really like the Mets at all. How quickly people change, I guess. Still a Mets fan for me. I'm a Mets and Cardinals fan. Those are my teams. Cardinals, more or less, because I love the city of St. Louis. Albert Pujols is my favorite baseball player. Unfortunately, I don't like the Angels, but I'm going to still support Albert Pujols. I'll still root for the Angels, but I don't like them. So that's kind of conflicting, but it happens. Now, I've always had an intense love for sports. I started playing when I was 4 years old. A little thing called Tri-Village baseball. Started out at T-ball. Worked my way up. Started playing more, intramurals, then travel. And intramurals was when I really first realized that I could hit. Season before that, I only had 2 hits the entire season. I was never a really big hitter. I was a really good fielder, though. I could never get the ball well. I was afraid at the plate. That was really it. That was 4th grade. But after that, I started getting hits. Ended up with about a 400 batting average in intramurals, which was in 5th grade, which is really good for me. I was very happy with myself. Started up a travel team. Hit really well. Got screwed over because of politics. Didn't make the one. Started a new one. And got some players who are on school ball right now. So, I guess we know who was right and wrong on that. But so basically we started that up. And I went into pitching. And being that I love baseball and I knew a lot about it, I knew how to pitch. I knew all that stuff. And I just kind of went at it. And this is how I got hurt, for those of you who've been asking. I was pitching. I was playing against the Smithtown Bulldogs. And, well, the main problem was that I was throwing about 65 at 10 years old. Believe it or not, you don't have to believe it, I don't care. The point is, I was. And I had done a basketball clinic the entire week. And that kind of sucks. I mean, I got hurt. And I had a basketball clinic all week. I went to pitch that night. And, well, my friend gave up like 7 runs in 2 innings. I came in, not really warmed up well pitching-wise. Fielding-wise, I was fine. Hitting-wise, was fine. I threw a fastball right down the middle. And this is not over-exaggeration. I remember this day. I remember this plain as day because it was a turning point in my life. My friend filled his glove up with dirt. I threw the pitch. It made the loudest pop I've ever heard me throw. Every parent on the opposing team gasped, and player, because my friend was not throwing anywhere near my speed. And then I went back with a smirk on my face, all confident and cocky. And next pitch, I could not throw. My arm was shot, and I looked back over, and they looked like a pack of wild hyenas. staring at me, and I had to come out. And from there, I had really badly injured my shoulder, went to physical therapy, and the physical therapist had me doing weight training at 10 years old, which, if you know anything, that's really not good for you. Caused tendonitis in my elbow, which popped when I tried pitching. When I made the other travel team, I actually did another tryout and I made it, and I was their starting pitcher for the first game of the season, my first night game. I threw 13 straight balls because my arm was so shot. I threw a two-seam fastball right down the middle. My elbow popped. It hurt like a motherfucker, and I couldn't pitch anymore. I could not even throw a lob overhand. I could only throw underhand at best. And that's not even all of it. Then about 7 months later, my arm was still bad because the tendons and stuff were really shot and all that stuff. And I ended up getting hit by a fastball on the growth plate of my elbow, completely shattering it. And basically, I was standing in the box. I'm a right-handed hitter. I leaned back thinking that the pitch was going to cut back over the plate. I exposed my right elbow, the inside part, and it hit right there and shattered it. From there, I couldn't really play baseball. I got so badly hurt, it has taken up until now to recover. That's 5.5 years. That's not an over-exaggeration. From misdiagnosis to misdiagnosis to all different stuff. And, well, it's just a lot. So, at that point, I said, if I can't play baseball, the sport that I love, I'm going to learn everything about it, and I want to be involved one way or another. So, I studied the statistics, and I kind of became a bit of a loner from there because, I never really loved hanging out with people, but I became more of a loner from there because of the fact that all my friends played baseball, and I was stuck not. So I couldn't hang out with them as much, and it really sucked. But I became well-versed in baseball, and then I would do commentaries. I would mute the TV and do my own because I knew a bunch of statistics and stuff. So I decided that I was going to possibly pursue a career in sports broadcasting. I went to the Hofstra broadcasting camp run by Ed Engels, who is one of the pioneers of broadcast. Not pioneers of broadcasting, but he's very famous in that sense. I met Kenny Albert, Len Berman, and it was really something. I got to see them, and I'll never forget this. Kenny Albert had a sheet for football. It was probably about the size of a 20-inch, not 20-inch, maybe like a 15-inch TV in length, 15 inches in length, and cut right down the middle in half, and it was one team's offense and one team's defense on both sides, every player on the entire team, and 3 statistics for each person. It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. There were probably 110 players, and he makes a new one every week for the game that he covers. It is amazing. I went there twice, and I said to myself, okay, I've done this. I want to get better at it, and why not start out by getting a YouTube channel? I love playing video games. It's what helped fill the void of not playing baseball when I was injured. And basically, I started with saying, okay, I'm going to do this so I can get better, and I can get some feedback, constructive criticism from all of you guys. And that's how I started my YouTube channel. Started Dr. Dre on, I believe, April 4th, 2010. Uploaded 300 videos over the next year and a half. Closed that channel down after the 300th video because it was at 925 subs and just wasn't really going anywhere because I took some breaks and it was all Call of Duty. And I wanted to start doing sports. And here I am. All sports, all the time. Well, not all sports, but mainly sports. And I'm loving it. I'm doing play-by-plays. I'm doing everything that I could possibly think of. Teaching all of you guys different things about baseball and football and anything you want to know ball, and I absolutely love it. So that's how I started on YouTube, and I'm going to take the story a little bit further because the story's not done yet. I'm at 2,230 32 subscribers, I believe, right now. 416,000 video views since September. These are remarkable numbers, and I'm very, very happy and proud to have them. My goal, and this is my goal, it's to be the best sports commentator, at least the best baseball commentator on YouTube. That's my goal. My other goal is to get back into baseball. I'm working out, I'm getting back into the flow of things, and my goal is still to make the major leagues, and I think I can. I think I have the baseball sense. I have the athleticism, I know it. I made 4 errors in 9 years of playing baseball. And that's not an over-exaggeration. I actually have a stat sheet of it. A real stat sheet. And that's really something. So, just have to work on my hitting and pitching. I want to be a pitcher. I think it's probably the most entertaining thing to do as a baseball player. My arm's getting there. I have to put some muscle around it and I'll be fine. I still know how to pitch. I still love pitching. I know how to throw almost every pitch in existence, except for the slurve and the screwball. Those, and maybe the E-fist, but that doesn't count. Those are really the only 2 pitches I don't know how to throw. And I'm going to make the most out of every opportunity I have. I'm going to work my ass off in every aspect of my life. And I'm going to try to make varsity baseball next year. Guys, that's who I am. I'm motivated to succeed. I love sports. I love talking about it. I love playing it. And I love discussing it. This was episode 13 of the Gibson My Player series. I hope you enjoyed. The topic of today's episode was me, as Gibson hits another bomb, his 9th of the season. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace out.